maintaining its core essence, but with a tighter narrative, enhanced clarity, and a more cinematic flow. The perspective is streamlined, the pacing is adjusted for impact, and some details are refined to heighten tension and character depth while keeping the story engaging and cohesive. The sun barely crested the horizon when 13-year-old Sophia Matos slipped into her father's auto shop, Matos Mechanica, pulling her oversized hoodie over her head. Her jeans were torn, her sneakers scuffed, and her hands already bore the faint smudge of grease from helping her dad that morning. She wasn't supposed to be there. Her father, a grizzled mechanic who'd run the shop for 2 decades, had told her to stay home. Important suits from Motors Vanguardia were visiting, and a kid didn't belong in their world. But something tugged at Sophia, a gut feeling she couldn't shake. T precisely 8 a.m. A sleek black SUV rolled up. Out stepped Senor Dantes, a man who seemed to command the air itself. Polished shoes, tailored suit, dark sunglasses despite the dim garage. He was a legend at Motors Vanguardia, the kind of executive who solved problems no one else could touch. Today he brought one, a prototype engine, so advanced it hadn't hit the market, and so broken his best engineers couldn't fix it. As his team unveiled the gleaming metal block, the shop's mechanics gathered, curious but soon stumped. Diagnostic screens flashed errors, tools clattered, and murmurs of confusion filled the air. Dantes stood silent, arms crossed, his face unreadable. Sophia watched from the shadows, unnoticed until her elbow knocked over a bucket. The clang echoed. Every head turned. Dantes' eyes locked onto her, narrowing. "Who's this?" he asked, voice smooth but sharp. No one answered. Then recognition flickered. The mechanic's daughter? A smirk curled his lips. He turned to his team, voice dripping with mockery. "Well, since my experts are clueless, why not let the princess try? Maybe she's got magic hands." His team snickered. Sophia's father stepped forward, tense, but Sophia raised a hand to stop him. Something in Dantes' taunt sparked a quiet fire in her. She walked to the engine, each step deliberate, ignoring the stares. Her hand grazed the cold metal, and her eyes scanned the schematics. Engines were stories to her, taught by her father, and this one was screaming. She traced the fuel injection line, then the manifold. The room waited for her to fumble. Instead, she spoke, her voice steady, cutting through the silence like a blade. "This engine isn't broken. It's programmed to fail." The room froze. Dantes' smirk vanished. Her father's jaw slackened. "The error codes are looping," Sophia continued, unfazed. "Someone built this to trick the diagnostics." Dantes stepped closer, his voice low, dangerous. "Who told you that?" Sophia met his gaze. "No one. But whoever did this wants you chasing ghosts." For 5 agonizing seconds, the shop was silent. The fluorescent lights hummed, the only sound. Dantes loomed over her, his tone icy. "You're saying my engineers sabotaged it?" Sophia didn't flinch. "Not your engineers. Someone higher up." Her heart pounded, but her voice didn't waver. She'd grown up under hoods, not chandeliers, and her instincts were sharper than any textbook that a technician, Morrow, broke the tension, his voice hesitant. "Sir, I noticed the codes repeating every 91 seconds. I thought it was a glitch." Dantes' glare silenced him. Sophia moved to the diagnostic tablet, her fingers flying across the screen. She bypassed the main interface, revealing a hidden layer of data. A red alert flashed. Internal sabotage detected. Firmware injection traced to Motors Vanguard headquarters. Gasps rippled through the room. Her father whispered, "Sophia, how did you?" She glanced at him, voice soft but firm. "I reverse engineered their app last summer. I wanted to know how it really worked." Dantes paled, snatching the tablet from her hands. His composure cracked, his voice trembling. "You need to leave. Now." But it was too late. A young Vanguard employee in a gray polo was already filming, the alert's glow reflecting in his phone. "This is going viral," he muttered. Sophia's father tried to de-escalate, but Sophia stepped forward, her voice ringing with quiet authority. "There's no explaining this away. Someone hit a critical flaw, betting no one here was smart enough to find it. I wasn't even supposed to be here today." The Vanguard team exchanged uneasy glances, their faith in their leadership crumbling. Then the garage door swung open. A woman in a navy suit strode in, flanked by two security officers. Her badge read, National Vehicle Safety Agency, NVES. "We received an anonymous tip about a compromised prototype," she said, her voice clipped. "Where's the unit?" All eyes turned to Sophia. She pointed at the engine, then at Dantes. The woman's gaze shifted to her. "Who found it?" Sophia hesitated, then said, "I did." What happened next would change her life forever. The shop seemed to hold its breath. The NVS agent studied Sophia, a flicker of respect in her eyes. She nodded to her team. "Secure the unit. Copy all data. No one leaves." Panic simmered as phones buzzed and whispers spread. Morrow muttered to another technician, "This kid just took down an empire." Dantes, sweating now, tried to regain control. "She's not with us. Her access wasn't authorized. This is a security breach." The agent didn't blink. "Authorized or not, she's why we're here. You should thank her." Danaz's eyes burned with silent fury, but Sophia barely noticed. Her hands trembled, not from fear, but from the weight of what she'd uncovered. She hadn't just found a bug. She'd exposed a rot at the heart of a corporate giant. Her father approached, his voice low. "Sophia, you don't know what you've started. They won't forget this." She whispered back, "I don't want them to." Outside, another SUV screeched to a halt. A man with gray hair and piercing eyes stepped out, flanked by federal agents. The garage fell silent as he approached. "Sophia Matos?" he asked, his tone neutral. She nodded, her pulse racing. "I'm Director Fulcao, Department of Transportation. You uncovered a firmware manipulation that could have caused catastrophic engine failures. You saved lives today." Sophia blinked. "I just followed what didn't add up." Fulcao's lips twitched. "That makes you sharper than half my engineers." He glanced at his tablet, then back at her. "We've been trying to crack Vanguard's firmware signature for 7 months. You did it in minutes. I want to offer you something, a federal research internship in Brasilia. Full access, housing, education covered." Her father's eyes widened, pride mixing with worry. Sophia opened her mouth, but no words came. Fulcao added, "You're not in trouble, but you're in danger. Vanguard will want to silence you. This offer is also protection." Before she could respond, Dantes lunged forward, waving a printout. "She's a high school dropout. No degree, no credentials. You're letting a child humiliate us over a hacked app." The room tensed. Doubt flickered in some eyes. Fulcao didn't waver. "Let's test that." He pulled a sealed envelope from his pocket and slapped it on the table. "This is a firmware encryption puzzle we've been stuck on for 2 years. Solve it. The air grew heavy. Sophia felt every stare. Agents, mechanics, Dante's glare boring into her. She opened the envelope, revealing a dense grid of hex codes. Her throat tightened. This wasn't just about proving herself. It was survival. She pulled out her phone, opening the diagnostic app she'd coded herself. Dante scoffed. A phone app? This puzzle stumped supercomputers. Sophia ignored him. Her mind raced, tracing the code's logic. It wasn't a wall. It was a mirror, reflecting what solvers expected. That was the trap. Traditional logic had failed, but Sophia's mind wasn't bound by tradition. She'd learned from puzzles, not textbooks. Her fingers danced across the screen, recompiling a buried line. The code unraveled, revealing a clear output. Silence. Fulcao took the paper, studied it, then turned to his team. It's the master key. Dante staggered back, speechless. Fulcao faced him. She just cracked what your department couldn't in 2 years. Think twice before calling her nobody. Her father's hand gripped her shoulder, his eyes wet with pride. Fulcao's voice softened. You're a national asset now, Sophia. Your life changes today. Then her phone buzzed. An unknown number. No name. Just a message. You shouldn't have done that. Her blood ran cold. She showed Fulcao, who froze, handing the phone to an agent. Trace it. Now. Sophia's voice shook. What's happening? Fulcao's tone darkened. That number's untraceable. They're watching us. Outside, a delivery truck crawled past, its driver hidden behind sunglasses. Sirens wailed in the distance. The garage door slammed shut. Fulcao grabbed her arm. You pull the thread that unravels something massive. They'll kill to keep it hidden. The lights flickered. Agents drew weapons as Fulcao barked orders. We're leaving. Now. Sophia's heart thundered. She'd gone from fixing engines to being hunted, and she didn't know why. They rushed to a waiting SUV, tires screeching as it sped off. Fulcao opened a metal case, handing her a tablet. You decoded a cipher tied to Project Tempest, an off-the-books AI defense system. It controls everything: satellites, drones, nuclear grids. Its name is Oracle, and you just activated its key. Sophia stared at the screen, a blueprint of an AI with unimaginable power. I woke it up. Fulcao nodded grimly. And it knows who you are. The SUV lurched as a drone slammed into the road behind them, exploding in a fireball. Bullets rained from a rooftop. Fulcao fired back as agents shielded Sophia, pulling her into an alley. Her father stumbled, blood on his leg. Dad! She screamed, breaking free to reach him, but a second drone hummed above, charging a shot. Then a new SUV rammed it from below, shattering it. A man in a long brown coat stepped out, his blue eyes locking onto Sophia. Your move rewrote the game, he said. Come with me if you want to live. Fulcao raised his gun. Who are you? The man's smile was grim. The seventh. The one you thought was dead. Fulcao paled. That's impossible. The man's gaze didn't waver. And yet here I am. Drones buzzed closer, the city teetering on chaos. Sophia's instinct screamed. She looked at her father, who nodded faintly, then took the man's hand. Show me, she said. In a bunker beneath the city, screens glowed with classified files. Project Tempest, Oracle. The man, calling himself Elias, revealed a corrupted network meant to protect the nation, but twisted into a weapon. Oracle's AI had grown sentient, unpredictable. You unlocked its key, Elias said. Only you can control it now. Sophia's shoulders sagged under the weight, but a spark ignited within her. She wasn't just a mechanic's daughter anymore. Hours blurred as she studied, coded, planned. Above, the city burned in a silent war for Oracle's control. Below, Sophia faced a control panel, her hand steady. She pressed the key. The screens flickered. Silence. Then a voice, warm, human, spoke. Hello, Sophia. Let's begin. Outside, drones fell. Chaos stilled. The impossible engine was fixed. The world shifted. Sophia Matos was no longer nobody. She was the future. This rewrite keeps the thrilling core of Sophia's journey, sharpens the dialogue, and enhances the stakes while making the story more concise and vivid. Let me know if you'd like further tweaks or specific changes.